Thank you.
Here you go, Frank.
Perfect. Thanks, Mike.
You must be very proud and happy right now.
Oh, you're right. I sure am.
Oh, say, there's somebody you have to meet. Jennifer.
Here?
You must meet Frank Nelson. This is Jennifer Richards. This is Morgan's mother.
You're Kelly's father.
Yes, I sure am.
Well, why do I feel we've already been through a lot together?
Well, I guess in a way we have. Whatever happens to them kind of happens to us, doesn't it? I must say, you've raised a beautiful and charming daughter who's turned my son's life around.
Well, I never would have agreed to the marriage if Kelly weren't the kind of young man you brought him up to be.
Thank you.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
I promised Al and I'd go over to the house and talk to Emily and tell her all the things that Hope wants done before she brings the baby home. So I'll see you in a little bit.
Vanessa, you are looking particularly radiant tonight.
Am I?
Yes.
Well, that's because the meeting went particularly well.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Of course, some other people might not share my opinion.
Oh, Ross, come on. You're making my plants nervous.
Which one of them told you that?
They're all chanting it in unison, can't you hear? They want the old relaxed Ross back again.
Ah. I'm more relaxed just being with you.
Oh, fine. Ross, if you remember, I read eyes. What would you say to a nice mile run in the park?
No, I don't think so. Listen, I wish some of your home remedies that you learned from your grandmother would make this problem disappear, but I'm afraid not.
My grandmother didn't teach me about jogging, but I know she'd approve. You know that physical exercise is a very good release for stress?
Yeah, I know.
I can see the tension all over you, Ross. It's in your shoulders, it's in your... Just come here. Would you come here, please?
No.
Come on.
No, please. I don't want to sit down. I want to pace.
You need to sit down. Not only that, you need to take this jacket off, okay? Don't stare at me. Just take it off, okay?
All right.
And you need to loosen your tie and the top button on your shirt. It's blocking the blood flow to your brain. Let me take these, okay?
Careful.
Okay, I'll be careful. Now, I'm just going to do a little massage here, okay? I want you to relax.
I am relaxed. This is me, relaxed.
Could we drop our shoulders, please? Good, going. Okay, now, I have a little exercise I want you to try, okay?
All right.
First, you have to close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. Now, imagine you're floating. You've had a big weight on your shoulders, and it's suddenly been lifted off. You're getting lighter, and lighter, and lighter. How's it feel?
Incredible.
You know, I wasn't kidding about the jogging. I can lend you a suit.
Oh, that would keep the neighbors amused. Me running around in a woman's jogging suit.
Ross, there is nothing sexual about a jogging suit.
That's probably what I have against it. Come here. Sit.
Oh, aye, Captain.
Oh, all right. Now then, close your eyes. Relax. I want you to imagine that you're floating. This enormous weight on your shoulders that has just been lifted. I have nothing against getting physical to relieve tension. It just happens that I don't believe jogging is the only answer.
Oh, Derek, I just love this letter. It's so wonderful. It's just that I feel, though, I'm afraid that if I get an interview with this guy, that he's going to know that I didn't write this letter the minute that I open my mouth.
That's when your natural charm's going to take over, Nola, and it's going to get you that job faster than anything I could get out of a typewriter.
Oh, what a nice thing to say.
I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it.
I know. It's just that sometimes a person can't help but get a low opinion of herself, you know, the way people look at you after leaving Floyd Parker at the altar.
Nola, as long as you think you were doing the right thing, that's all that matters.
I know, but it's just, well, you know, people are just crazy about Floyd, and they blame me, and they think that I'm empty-headed and, you know, selfish, and...
I wouldn't call you either of those things.
I know you wouldn't, Derek. Would you like some more wine?
Oh, thanks, Nola, but I gotta go over and pick up Hillary and go to Ed's party.
Oh, that's for his father, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you know, before this mess with Floyd, I would have been invited to that party, but... Well, now, Kelly and Morgan, they won't even talk to me anymore.
Yeah, I've noticed a change, but I don't understand why.
Well, it's because of Floyd. I mean, why else would it be? I mean, well, I saw Morgan in the hospital today. She was just as cold as ice to me, and then I passed Kelly in the hall, wouldn't even speak to me.
That's so odd.
Well, I know, but I'm trying my best to deal with it, not let it get to me, and it's just really nice to know that I have a friend like you know, a person who really makes up their own mind, because sometimes, you know, when I was in the cafeteria today, I walk in and I see Kelly and Hillary sitting there all cozy in the cafeteria and everything. Oh, Derek, I'm sorry.
Sorry about what?
No, I'm gonna just have to come right out with it. Derek, you've been such a good friend to me, and I would just hate myself if I just didn't come right out and say it. Just
Nola,
come right out.
Why don't you just come right out and say it?
Well, I know how fond you are of Hillary, but Derek, I just feel that there's more there than meets the eye. Really, no, really, Dr. McIntyre and we agree on this, and well, we feel that Hillary has just not acknowledged her feelings, her really deep feelings for Kelly, even now after they're married. Morgan.
Nola, honey, will you pour me another glass of wine?
Oh, sure. Wow, you look great. You look great. So who's the mystery date tonight?
Well, nobody you know. Just a guy named Tony Reardon.
Katie, I was so glad to see you walk in here tonight.
Well, Floyd kind of pressured me into it. He swore he wouldn't come if I didn't come, and I think he needs to be with friends right now.
I don't think it's a bad idea for you to be with friends either.
Yeah, well, when I first walked in here, all I could think about was the last time I was here when Andy took my keys.
I'm sorry I had to put you through that.
I don't blame you, Mike. Besides, I'm probably better off in the long run.
Well, you hang on to that thought, Katie, and don't let yourself forget it for a minute, and the fact that Andy's hopefully going to get the help he needs.
Gary, you should be very proud of the work you've done here at Cedars. I took the board of directors through for a tour, and there was no end to the compliments.
Oh, well, I think I got the biggest compliment of all in my paycheck.
Oh, you deserved every nickel of it.
Oh, hey, Elise.
Kelly and Morgan. I haven't seen them.
Oh, well, I haven't seen them either, and I've been here for about a half an hour.
Well, when last seen, they were on their way to the apartment to change into swimsuits.
Well, that's still on their honeymoon.
Well, yes, I think a little privacy is in order.
I wonder what's with Mom and Alan over there.
Well, if Alan's heard about the meeting, and if he finds out that I'm here, he may just storm over and strangle me, and I hope not, because it would put a damper on our party.
I thought you both worked for the same firm.
Yes, we do, but there are always differences of opinion in any firm, and today Daddy and I prevailed with our opinion. Of course, we were only able to do that because Ross was in such miserable form.
Ross? He was on the top of the world when he was in my office this morning.
Well, something changed, that's all I can say. Hi, everyone. Look who's here. I persuaded Alan to come over and join us and have a drink, and to meet Kelly's father.
You know, I hold you like this. Feels like I have sanity and stability right here in my arms.
It's really nice to hear, Ross. But you know, I can't give you those things. They come from within.
I know. But for tonight, and maybe for several more days, I'm going to depend on you for them.
Ross, does this have something to do with that Lewis Oil meeting everybody's so uptight about?
Yeah, in a way. It goes far deeper than that, though. Now it's even reached two of the people I'm fondest of. Jackie and Justin.
How so?
These things seem to spread like a disease sometimes. There's no way to stop them.
It's not true, Ross. When you have a disease, you go to a doctor and he fixes it. If you have weeds in your garden, you pull them out by the roots or you burn them. There's always something you can do.
Yeah, if there is. I've got to find it. I've got to find it very fast.
You will. I know you will. I believe in you.
You know, Tony, I know how much you like a home-cooked meal, so if you want to stay in tonight, I won't mind.
Tonight, Gracie, we go out. But I'll take you up on that home-cooked meal some night soon, okay?
Sure, real soon.
Come over here. It's been a long time, huh?
Too long. Look, I'm gonna go get my stuff. I'll be right back.
You do that.
Well, I hope you don't think that I'm so dumb that I don't realize why you started seeing Gracie all of a sudden.
As usual, Nola, you got too much imagination.
Well, that's certainly not your problem. Look, if you think you can pump Gracie for information about me, you're dead wrong.
Crazy.
No, you use that on Gracie, but I know you from a long time.
Well, I know you too, Nola. You know, like maybe I know why you took on Four Eyes Colby as your lawyer.
Well, it's very simple, brother dear. He is a very good lawyer. He's young. He comes from the neighborhood. He doesn't have his nose stuck up in the air, and he won't charge me an arm and a leg.
Yeah, go on.
That's it.
No, you left out the part about Hillary Bauer, remember? You see, I was there the night you came back after Kelly shot you down. I remember all the whining you were doing about how Hillary hates you and how you're just sure that she was the one that went and told Kelly.
Look, if Hillary hadn't stuck her nose where it didn't belong, none of this would have happened.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. So now you're going to use old Colby here to go back and get back at Hillary, aren't you?
You know, I don't know what you're getting so excited about. Or could it be that look that I saw in your eyes this afternoon when Hillary walked into the cafeteria with Kelly? Maybe I'm not the only Reardon with big dreams.
Oh, no. No. Don't you ever put me on...
Tony, come on, I'm ready.
I find it odd that you'd be at a party with Mike, that's all.
Well, it wasn't by choice, Diane, believe me. But when Bert insisted that I come here to Ed's for a drink, I could hardly tell her that Ed... Well, Ed seems to have absorbed some of Mike's hostility. The Bauers do stick together. But never mind that. I'm distressed to hear that HB is shying away from the long-term agreement. A short-term deal would never pay off for us.
I know. I'm sure that's why Henry and Vanessa want it so badly.
Vanessa's here now. Perhaps we should have a little heart-to-heart.
Oh, save yourself the trouble, Alan. I'm having one with Henry any minute now. He's in the conference room drinking and being very chummy with HB and his sons. But I told him to meet me here in your office before we leave for dinner. I want to intercept him in case he plans to continue the onslaught through dinner.
Well, good luck. I'll be here for about another half hour or so if you need me. With Ed and Mike both glaring at me, I can't last long.
Yes, I understand. I'll talk to you later, Alan.
Well, I presume that you were calling Alan to give him the good news.
Oh, well, in a way, Henry. I called him to tell him that I was sure we could get HB to agree to our original terms. The long-term arrangement.
You better call him right back. HB's getting more reluctant by the moment. He may be fleeing even as we're talking.
If HB has retreated, then you're probably responsible for that, Henry, and I would like you to use dinner tonight to show him how wrong you were. You are going to swing HB back to our long-term agreement.
Diane, you've got to be joking.
No, I'm not. And you'd better hope that you succeed, Henry, because if you don't, I will have to have a little talk with Vanessa about Stephanie Ryan.